From 2016. IPA Review features James Bolt on creativity as he reviews The Geography of Genius by Eric Weiner. Genius tends to cluster, attempting to understand why genius followers is important, and could also show why it is that the reverse happens too, where deplorables cluster. Florence in 1504, Elizabethan England, Victoria's Edinburgh, Plato's Athens, China's Song Dynasty, Silicon Valley, geography and cultural assets have clearly produced opportunity for genius. But also, and unexplored by the book, Democrat government, Labour government in Australia, New Zealand or UK have produced some of the worst tax and spend governments the world has known. In considering what is needed to produce genius, shouldn't we also compare it with conditions for licentiousness and corruption? There are also similarities between governments of Augustus and Nero, or Caligula. The greatness of Solomon is measured by Solomon's depravity. More seriously, the greatness of Howard's administration had fractures which also consumed it. Turnbull leaking to force out Costello resulted in the '07 transition to Rudd Labour. But fierce debate had happened within the administration about the important issues. Work choices is an example, where a deplorable union campaign was successful, but apparently some liberals were uncertain of the wisdom of good policy too. Geniuses need to have groundwork so they can reach up. Geniuses should have rules they can trust so they won't be eliminated being great. Some refer to a tall poppy syndrome in Australia, but Australia has had more than her fair share of greatness. So brilliance, like comedy, sets rules and breaks them. But one observation, nothing good ever came from Hitler's, Stalin's, Mao's, or Pol Pot's death camps. Meanwhile, in current news, lawyers at the Royal Commission into Institutionalized Response to Pedophilia have asked that Cardinal Pell's evidence be ignored. Pell is a good man as well as a capable cardinal. Pell led the Catholic Church in Australia to support victims of pedophilia. He had not been accused seriously as being a pedophile. The lawyers have merely illustrated how flimsy their case is. If they throw out Pell's testimony, he might have no evidence. If one were to have thrown out Don Bradman's high scores, he was an ordinary batsman. Rumor now runs internationally that the apparent Saudi spy who partners Hillary Clinton kept a life insurance policy of emails left in her ex-husband's computer, and the FBI found it. And so the insurance policy has been cashed in early, and the FBI investigating a witch on Halloween have found incriminating evidence on her familiar's Weiner. One person who knows how to profit from central planning is Hillary Clinton. The Chicago Tribune is withdrawing support from her and suggesting that Democrats replace Hillary. But corrupt news like the Tribune knew everything now known about Hillary as they supported her days ago. Maybe they're only backing a tribe, but not a policy? And maybe they want to find another crook. I note that the press, who had accepted Hillary's corruption, are now denouncing her Saudi spy handler. Donald Trump's speech at Gettysburg is frightening media. They have supported and protected insider corruption for a long time. Trump will clean up the festering wound and make America great again.